How y'all doing? I'm Easy here, you guys. Today I'm here at the knife review. I haven't done one of these in a while, but what we have here today is the CRKT Triumph, designed by Pat and Wes Crawford. Very nice knife. I got one, as we can see there, it's a straight edge, and the other has the VEF serrations. So you can see these are the black box CRKTs, or their professional use line. And I'm liking these knives. I really am. Let me tell you a little bit about them. They are overall lengths of 8.5 inches. Closed, they are 5 inches. They're a little bit hefty at 6.3 ounces, but a lot of that's due to their high-grade construction. The blade length on these are 3.5 inches. They're made out of Alzate steel. Their thickness of the blade is 0.14 inches. And they have a Rockwell hardness of 58 to 59. They are hollow ground and tanto point. And the finish they have on them is EDP, whatever that is. Not really sure what EDP is. They have G10 handles, which are very aggressively patterned. These are probably some of the best G10 scales as far as grip is concerned I've ever seen. It has the auto locks system as well as the outburst system. So they are the auto lock system is a liner locking mechanism. It's basically a safety or locking mechanism. Not sure if you're able to see that. You see that little piece of metal inside there? Basically slides down, and it does not allow your liner lock to disengage. The outburst is seen right here. You see that rod? Ooh, move my hand. That rod in the middle is a spring, which you can see here on the back as well, that deploys the blade. And it does deploy quite quickly. And with authority. Lock up. The locking mechanism on this thing is interesting. But it locks up at about, I'd say about 30% there maybe. Not quite 50, I don't think. So we got some wearability there. These scales, just check them out. These are very, very grippy. Before I had this knife, I think the grippiest G10 scales I had seen were on the Cold Steel Recon series. But these beat these. Or these beat that by quite a bit. These are so grippy, they're actually almost... if they were any grippier, they'd be painful. Let's put it that way. Like they will take the skin off your finger. They will not come out of your hand. This thing is jimped and pimped to the max. We got jimping here on this back portion, which is very usable. You can see there in the back spine. On the liners, which are 420 J2 steel liners. We also have jimping up here, which is also very, very functional. Maybe not the best jimping here. This is actually a little bit better holding back here than up here, but this is quite functional jimping. Not quite as good as perhaps like the Spyderco Endura, but very good nonetheless. It is, as you can see, tiger stripe, little tiger stripe camo pattern, semi-open construction. And let's see here. The auto locks feature. To close this blade, you have to disengage this, push your liner over, and push the knife down. Now, on a lot of knives, that'd be quite dangerous because you'd be cutting your finger right now. If you take a look, they designed this very well. All of this area here is unsharpened. So it's almost impossible, well, it's pretty much impossible to close that blade on your finger. This would be a really good blade for J. Heinz Yahoo. Yeah. But look at that. That's just great because you're pushing it over. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's kind of dangerous because I have to disengage this and push it down on my thumb as I'm pushing this over. But because of the fact that they kept that unsharpened, it protects you quite well. You cannot close that on your finger. Hollow grind blade, Tonto point with a nice recurve, which is good for selection. See how sharp it is out of the box. Haven't touched these blades. Not too bad. It could be a little sharper, honestly, but it's pretty sharp. We can get our wave cuts in there. It's not the sharpest knife out of the box. I think it needs stropped. It's sharp. It's functionally sharp. I don't think it's hair puppet sharp. I don't have any hair left on that arm. We'll cut hair, as you can see. But still not the sharpest blade ever. Like I said, I could probably use a couple passes over my strop. Let's check the end. Ooh, the end's actually quite sharp. That's pretty impressively sharp. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that little on the black there. That's a nice curl. I don't know if I can do that with the main blade or not. Now, the main blade is sharp, but it definitely needs some stropping. But it's definitely, you know, sharp enough to cut through cord and whatnot. Wish I had some other media to cut out here. Here is the serrated blade, Triumph. Got the VEF serrations. I love these serrations. These things are awesome. Let me get... All right. First, we'll try and cut with the straight edge. I don't know if we can push cut with it or not. Can push cut with it. And this is reinforced hose. Let's see what the VEF serrations can do. Ooh. Some rope out here. Let's see how the VEF's do on the rope. Wow, like butter. Oop. Very nice. How about our plain edge? Plain edge doesn't want to go through 4. How about the VEF? Yeah. That is why I love VEF serrations. Well, let's check our plain edge out over here. Not bad. There are sharper knives out of the box that I have had, definitely. But not too shabby. Now, the main purpose of these knives is definitely not a utility knife. These are tactical blades. Kind of a backup weapon system. They could be EDC'd, but that's not what they're designed for. This would be a good EDC, but tactical folding knife. I don't know if I'd want to use this every day for cutting open boxes and whatnot. This would be primarily a defensive tool, in my opinion. It does have a really good grip plan, but with the Tonto point, I mean, it's designed for stabbing, and with the recurve slashing, especially with that secondary point that you have there, you can definitely get a good slashing ability out of this knife. We'll have to see. Kind of done cutting with this knife because I'm not keeping this knife. So I'll do a little more testing with this one because I'm going to hold on to this one because I like the VEF serrations. I know you guys are thinking, well, what are you doing with this one? Well, this one, my friends, is going to be a prize in my upcoming subscriber appreciation contest. This will be part of the first place prize package. This knife is discontinued. You can still pick it up different places. It's not the cheapest knife in the world. You could pick it up for around $80, I think. It's listed on CRKT's website as $149, but you can get it for $80 or $90. And I think it's worth it. If I had to compare this to like the Recon 1, maybe the Tonto Recon 1, I think we have better construction. It's a little heavier. One thing it is missing is the clip is one side only, tip down. You cannot switch that around. According to the website you can, but there's nowhere on this knife that I can put that clip besides here. The clip is a strong clip. I can see the texture of this G10 is probably going to snag your pants pretty good. You might want to take the clip off and sand down right underneath the clip so you don't wear out your pants, because it's going to basically act like sandpaper on your pants. That's how grippy it is. But this is kind of, compared to like the Recon 1, the Recon 1's what, around 70 something, 75. This is about 80. You can pick it up for now. This has what I wanted the Recon to have, as far as the Recon didn't have any jimping up top, and it was not a spring assisted knife. I said I'd pay about $50 for a Recon. I'd pay 70, 75, 80 for a Recon if it had spring assist opening, if it had a good jimping plan, and that was my major criticism on that knife. This knife makes up for it. This has everything I wanted the Recon to have, and then some. The auto lock system, that's a nice feature just so it doesn't, you know, break off on you. The Recon has the triad locking system, which is a good system as well. As far as which system is better or stronger, this is quite a strong system. As you can see, that liner is pretty darn thick. It's about at least 1/10 of an inch thick, thicker than most knives. And with that auto lock system, not allowing it to disengage, you're not going to have to worry about this thing coming down your finger. This thing's going to bend. It's not going to fail on you and bend down on your hand unless you're exceedingly applying like humongous amounts of force. And we're talking like elephants. Maybe not that much. But I am impressed with this knife. And like I said, it does kind of have the things that the Recon one was missing. And I think it's more acceptable at that price point of around $80. For $150, you know what it's for on the CRKT website, I don't know if I'd go for that. It does have a lot of nice options though. Your finger stub or your thumb studs are textured as well. It's a nice grip pattern on that, and it's both sides ambidextrous as far as that. The knife just works really well. I really do enjoy this knife. Like I said in the earlier video, I kind of like to keep both of these, but I bought this for the whole reason. It's giving it away in my contest. So this one's going to go out to you guys after I get some of that schmutz off I just put on there. Get my Rusty's rags out, give it a good rusty ragging. This one's mine. I'm going to keep this one. And most people don't like serrations on their knives. And honestly, these serrations are a little longer than you would want on most knives, but I just love the VEF serrations so much. I don't mind it. I would like a little more reusable blade here. You do have the front of it, so as far as like opening up boxes and stuff like that, you're not going to have an issue with this knife. But like I said, it's not really intended for that use. This is a tactical blade. This is the professional use series. So this is their series that they make for law enforcement and military. But see if I can do a couple more cut tests with this, because I do not want to put any more wear on one of your blades, because this has gone to one of you guys. As soon as I get the rest of my contest packages together and figure out what you guys need to do. Alright guys, let me see if I got something else we can cut. Yeah, I think that did pretty good. Take a look at the blade. No chips. No rolls. So sharp. It's a good knife. I don't know if you guys can see that though. Oops. I like it. I like it a lot. The CRKT Triumph Crawford design. Get yourself one. Now I gotta clean it up and get all the Dr. Pepper and shoe stuff off. I'm easy out. Peace.